we spoke in the meeting about project delay. Why is the project delay, and about test result. We information the business unit this scope and project delay and test bug.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Project delay, test results, and a scope. All right. Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Sakin. And let's go to Sam. Sam, tell us about your last meeting. What did you talk about?
The last meeting we have is the laboratory month business in last month, and we discussion about the business, how it's going, and everyone show their business, and the report the business. Yes.
Say that one more time. It was a meeting about what?
About the month's business.
Oh, right. Okay.
Laboratory, yes. Our laboratory, yeah.
Right, like a review of the month, right?
Yeah.
Ah, excellent. Okay. Thank you, Sam. That was good. And let's go to, let's try student Viet. Viet, can you hear me? Viet, yeah. And let's go to Chung. Chung, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, teacher.
Oh, good. Chung, welcome. And can you tell us about your last business meeting?
Last meeting.
Yeah. Or student meeting.
Yes.
That you went to.
Because I have I think for a long time I don't have a meeting business, because I work in my job. It's my company, and it's my family company, and we just discussing and talk through the phone, but I think the group chat, and we don't have a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, that works. Good. So like little meetings on the telephone, right, with your family, and discussions. We could say discussing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's a business in my family. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks, Chung. And what kind of work do you do, Chung? What kind of work is it?
Work in logistics.
Logistics. Oh, very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chung. And we've got one more student. We have student Hiao, I think it is. So Hiao, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, excellent. Hiao, can you tell us about your last meeting that you had, and what did you talk about in your last meeting, Hiao?
I have the last meeting, but now I'm a student, and I have a meeting class with my classmate.
Mm-hmm.
in today with my teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and we said about I don't know, subject we learned about in my school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What subject did you have the meeting about?
English and
Nice.
my major, because I'm studying in hospitality school.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So English hospitality school. All right, sounds good. So thank you everyone for briefly talking about the last meeting that you went to and what you discussed in that meeting, and also was it for school or for work. So thanks everyone for that. Now let's look at a meeting about quarterly earnings. So we're going to listen to Daniel now. He's going to introduce a quarterly earnings meeting. So let's listen. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to have a meeting on our quarterly earnings. So I'd like everyone to take out a pen and pad, and I'd like you to write down some notes. We will go over introductions first, introduce ourselves to each other and each team to each other, and then we will go from there. So we will talk about different aspects of the business and how we can do better next time.
Okay, let's listen one more time.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to have a meeting on our quarterly earnings. So I'd like everyone to take out a pen and pad, and I'd like you to write down some notes. We will go over introductions first, introduce ourselves to each other and each team to each other, and then we will go from there. So we will talk about different aspects of the business and how we can do better next time.
Okay. All right, so there we go. And now let's look at some questions. So I have 4 questions here about this meeting that Daniel introduced. And let's look at question 1 here. And we'll begin at the top with Chung Joyce. Joyce, can you read this question and answer this question?
Okay. What is this meeting going to be about?
Mm-hmm.
This meeting is about quarterly earnings.
Yeah, good. So thank you for reading that, and that's correct, about quarterly earnings. And let's just do one more question, and that's what are quarterly earnings? What does that mean? And so let's ask that to Hugh. Hugh, what do you think quarterly earnings means? What does that mean?
Quarterly earning, when I find something is very important, you find it, and for to do thing.
All right, good. So we'll say something important. That's correct. Good. So something important. That's a good answer. And let's get one more from Viet. Viet, what does quarterly earnings mean to you? Viet, let's see. Viet, are you there? Let's go to Trung. Trung, what are quarterly earnings, Trung?
I think it's about 3 months for the money, the company earning.
Good. Let's just that's the best word. So we'll say money. So that's a good one. So Hugh was correct, right? Something very important, and money, because money is very important. So we can say quarterly means the time, like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and earnings, money, right? So that's correct. So excellent. Question 2. And let's ask question 2 to Sakim. And okay, Sakim, can you read this question and answer this
Yes.
question?
Yes. Why does the speaker want them to take out paper and something to write with? Because they write the notes, so they need these things. Take a
Good.
paper and the others. Yes.
To take notes. Perfect. And question 3 is to Sam. Sam, can you read question 3 and answer question 3?
What does the speaker want everyone to do first? The answer is they want go over introduction first. We introduce ourselves to each other and each team to each other.
That's right. So we could say introductions first. Perfect. You got that correct. And last question, and let's ask that to, let's go back to Chang Joyce. And the question is here. Chang Joyce, can you read this question and answer this question?
What do you think will happen next after this year?
After this text. And so, for example.
Oh, after, okay.
And so, for example, here he says how we can do better next time. So what do you think will happen next in Daniel's meeting? What's your opinion?
Then talk about the different aspects of the business.
Right. So they'll talk about different aspects coming up next. They'll talk about and probably they'll begin with introductions, right? So for example, so we will talk about different aspects of the business and how we can do better next time. But first, let's begin with the introductions, and let's begin with Lance, right? And that's me. And so that's what we're going to do next. We're going to now practice this one here. We're going to practice introducing a meeting in English. We're going to introduce ourselves. And when I say introduce ourselves, it'll be name, occupation, and what we do, what our role is. All right. So I'm going to begin. I'll just introduce a meeting. And this is what I will say. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to have a meeting. I'd like everyone to take out a pen and a pad. I'd like you to write down some notes. We're going to begin by introducing ourselves. My name is Lance, and I am an English teacher. My role in this school, in this company, is to teach English and to prepare classes with interesting material, interesting resources. My job is to give feedback to students and to make sure that students are improving their English and moving their English levels up and becoming more fluent in English. So thank you everybody for being here today. Okay, so that's my introduction. And now it's your turn. So let's begin with saying good morning to everyone and introducing the meeting and your name, occupation, and what you do for work. If you're a student, right, then name, what you study, and what you are going to be. Okay. Let's begin with Hugh. Hugh, can you introduce yourself?
Yep, and the first I want to ask you
Yes.
a question. And
Yes.
what is the improving mean?
Oh, and good question. Improving means getting better at something. And if I am learning how to cook, then I am every day improving my cooking skills. If I'm learning to speak a new language, every day I want to improve my language skills. So anything you want to get better.
Thank you.
Good question.
Now I need to introduce myself for everybody.
Yes, and if you could begin with just saying like this, like good morning everyone, welcome to the meeting. My name is, I am a, and what you do, like that. Okay.
Yes.
So 3 things: name, occupation or study, and 3 is what you study or what you do for work, and that's all. Okay.
Yes. Good. Good morning, everyone, and so now I will introduce myself. My name is Hiếu, and I'm from Vietnam, and now I'm a student. I'm studying in hospitality school, and I want to be a famous chef, and so now I'm work in the restaurant as a Chinese as a kitchen Chinese. Every day I prepare many foods for the customer,
And
3 days a week I studying in my in the school.
Yeah, that's good. So that's a great introduction. Excellent. So thank you. Just one small thing. Instead of saying kitchen Chinese, we'll say Chinese kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's all. Kitchen. Perfect. Thank you. So that was a great example of an introduction. Thank you, Hugh. And now let's go to Trung. Trung, can you introduce yourself?
Yes.
And introduce the meeting? Okay.
Okay, teacher. So, yes. I think now before we begin, I would like to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Trung, and I'm from Vietnam. And today we have a meeting for this class for learning English. As you know, I'm just a student, and next to me is Lance. He is teacher English in this room. And today we will discuss how to learn English. And I want to everybody share with me about how to learn English. It's the best way for learning English. Thank you, everybody.
Excellent. All right, thank you, Chung. That was good. I like that you introduced the English class. That's a great idea. Yes. All right, thanks, Chung. Good job. And let's go to Sakine. And Sakine, can you introduce a meeting?
Okay, teacher. Good morning, everyone. I am Sakine. My name is Sakine, and I am project manager. Today we are going to have a meeting about project status. and if you need write a note, please take a pen or notebook. And as you know, our project was started last week, and now we have a two problem about project risk, and we speak. We will speak this risk. What will do this risk?
Right.
Yeah.
What we will do with this risk, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Okay, good. So Sakina's project manager. Excellent. So well done. And we've got a few minutes, so let me make sure I get Sam and Cheng Joyce. So Sam, can you introduce a meeting?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sam. I'm the boss of the company, and we will go over about the month's business. Everyone will report all their business in this month, and talk about what's your project going, and what kind problem you have. Okay.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. So that was good. You said one thing. You said what your project's going. We'll say how. We'll say we'll talk about how your project is going. How your project is going.
How is your project going?
Perfect.
Yeah.
You got it. Excellent. Thank you, Sam. All right. So great job. And we'll end with Cheng Joyce. So Cheng Joyce, can you introduce a meeting?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, everyone, to join this meeting. Today, we want to talk about the new function developer. I would like everyone to provide your idea and suggestions. My name is Joyce. I am a programmer. I am responsible for system analysis and programming. Thank you.
Excellent. Great job, computer programming. All right, so that's the class today. So let's just review really quickly. Today we started with talking about our last meeting that we had at school or at work. We looked at this quarterly earnings meeting. We answered all these questions correctly about that. And we completed our goal today. We introduced a meeting and we introduced ourselves in the meeting. So great job to everyone. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being in the class today.
Thank you.
And that's the end of the class. Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye,
Thank
teacher.
you. Thanks, Sakina, Sam, Chung, Hio, Chang, Joyce. Great job, everybody. All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes. Bye, teacher and everybody.